What is up, my Beater Bros? Thursday, December 5th, NBA game picks. And if you're watching this, if you're just randomly tuning in, don't exit the video quite yet. I have something to say that you might be interested in. Now, if you clicked on this video knowing it says NBA game picks, yesterday I went 10 and 0. We overall have a 213-102 record, which means 213 wins, 102 losses. I do love the NBA. I love sports in general. Now, viewership has seriously declined recently. Subscribers are starting to decline. So if you could be a dear, share this video, share it on Twitter, Facebook, whatever, if you're into sports. If not, just, maybe interact with the video, leave a like, or just let it play in the background, please. I need the help. Anyway, as I said yesterday, we went 10 and 0. I think that's the first perfect double-digit day we have ever had, and it makes me so happy. That includes games I thought would be tough to pick, like Miami and Boston. Miami got blown out. Phoenix, Orlando. That was a good game as well. Brooklyn, Atlanta. I thought that was going to be a good game, primarily because I thought Trae Young was going to be pretty damn good. And if I look up the game recap magically on my cellular device, because, nobody's watching at this point, so if I take an extra 10 seconds, I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna care. Yeah, like I said, Trae Young was gonna do good. He dropped 39 points, which is absolutely incredible. Indiana OKC was a good game as well. 7-point victory there. The Bulls Grizzlies, I was tempted to pick the Grizzlies because I like Jay Crowder. Blech. Same thing with the Timberwolves. I was kind of flip-flopping on that one. Karl-Anthony Towns is good enough to where I thought maybe he could elevate them, but can't go against Luka. And now we have today, Thursday, December 5th. We get into it. We are currently 9 games over our goal of 66%. Because right now, 204 to 102 would be the 2/3 margin we'd want. So we are 9 games over. A 1-3 record seriously jeopard. An 0-4 record wouldn't even affect us right now. We'd still be just slightly over. So did I go bold? No, I did not go bold because I'm trying to be smart here. I'm not trying to be an idiot. We have the 76ers at the Wizards. Philadelphia is currently favored by 7 here. This is all according to the ESPN mobile app. So if the spread does change, I do apologize for that. Now, Washington, if they're going to compete here, they are going to need to rebound to the best of their abilities. They will lose the rebounding battle no matter what they do, but they need to grab as many as possible, especially the offensive rebounds. I know that sounds like generic trash, but against Philadelphia, you need to get rebounds if you want to win. Bradley Beal can carry them to victory, but I don't really see a matchup on the Washington roster that really fits against Joel Embiid too much, so I think Joel Embiid is going to have a day in the paint. Hachimura might be able to guard Tobias Harris and people like them, but he's still young, so I'm not going to expect too much from him. So I'm going with the Philadelphia 76ers. And then you got the Rockets, the Raptors. Raptors currently favored by 2. NBA TV, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 p.m. Pacific time if you want to watch this game. This one's interesting for me. The Raptors are currently favored by 2 here, and I completely understand that because Siakam and the Raptors are really good. And they are 2 games ahead of the Rockets, technically. But I have to pick an upset. And when you see these other 2 matchups, you might be like, oh, that makes more sense. I'm going to pick the Rockets here, and technically the upset. Even if you go to the ESPN Power Index, Houston only has a 38% chance. I'm going to go with them. Fuck James Harden, by the way. I don't like him. Not so much. He's a great basketball player. I will admit that. But I don't like him. He's a fucking douchebag when it comes to the game. I saw in the game against the Spurs where, yes, I will admit he got fucked because that dunk went through and they said it didn't. It was hilarious. But still, you can't have calls like that in the NBA where you don't get that correct. But I saw at the end of the game where he literally rammed his elbow into some dude's face and swore up and down it was a defensive foul because he literally elbowed someone in the face on a shot attempt, just right in the chin. It was awful. Anyway, I digress. The Rockets are a good shooting team. I like Clinton Capella. He's been very dominant on the boards lately. And surprisingly enough, Russell Westbrook has also been dominant on the rebounding end. Not as dominant as he usually is. He hasn't been shooting as well either. Harden has been slumping a little bit occasionally. Not as of late he's been shooting better, but he struggled against the Spurs a little bit. Honestly, I don't see how you can pick against James Harden when he's getting 20-plus free throw attempts a game. That's sad. Then you get the Nuggets at the Knicks. And I'm not shitting on the Rockets, by the way. I just like to shit on people who flop. And yes, I'm a Celtics fan, so if you want to bring up Marcus Smart, I am well aware if he flops. And I equally shit on him when he flops as well. Then you got the Nuggets at the Knicks. Nuggets coming off a tough loss to the Lakers a few days ago, I should say. Denver favored by 7.5. I don't see how the Knicks compete in this one unless they shoot over 55%, which is going to be tough for them. I think this is the game Jokic gets back on track. And then you have the Suns Pelicans. Pelicans by 3. I'm going to pick the Pelicans here because Brandon Ingram is possibly the most improved player in the league, hands down. And Phoenix seems to be slumping lately with all their injuries. But by the way, it's no side note. Graham had 10 3-pointers in the Hornets win last night. Holy shit, this guy is good. Holy shit. Now, a quick recap of the standings if you're interested in that. We got in the Eastern Conference, we have Milwaukee the 1, Boston and Toronto tied for the 2 and 3 with, I believe, Boston holding the tiebreaker because of the head-to-head. We have Milwaukee on a 13-game win streak, by the way. Philadelphia, Miami tied at 4 and 5, 3.5 games back of Milwaukee. Indiana 4.5 games back. Brooklyn 7.5 games back. So Indiana has a nice little cushion for 6th place. Orlando 8th, 8.5 games back, 1 game under 500. And then you have the next 3 teams, 9th, 10th, and 11th, Charlotte, Chicago, and Detroit, all separated by just half a game, with Charlotte being 10.5 back, Washington 6.5 or 11.5 back, Cleveland, Atlanta, and New York 13 plus each. That's sad. In the West, you have the Lakers leading the West at 19 and 3, currently tied with the Bucks for the best record in the NBA. Clippers at the 2, Denver 3, Dallas 4, Houston 5. Now, little correction here. Technically, Dallas is the 3 seed, but the way most people would do standings, obviously, is Denver holds the above placement in the standings right now because Dallas has played 3 more games than Denver. 3. And Denver has a better winning percentage. So, technically Denver is ahead, but technically Dallas is ahead by win-loss record. Denver is ahead by winning percentage, and Dallas is ahead by games back. Then you have Houston 5, Utah 6, Minnesota 7, Phoenix 8. And then you have 3 teams 10 games back at Portland, OKC, and Sacramento. So, yeah, the 8th seed in the West has a losing record. So fucking suck it, West fans. You ain't that great. If you look at the East, 1 game, 10 and 11. 1 team, 10 and 11. And then you have 7th, who has a winning record. You look at the West, so your 7th place doesn't even have a winning record. You losers. You bums. Get out of here, you bums. I'm kidding. It's been a great season. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.